Alright, so I'm going to start out with clean, moisturized skin, and the moisturizer I use is the Cetaphil Moisturizing Cream. This is for dry and sensitive skin, which is exactly what I have, and it's fragrance-free, so it's really good for not irritating, and it doesn't irritate the eye area either, so you can just use it all over your face, so it's really awesome. So I've already used that. So this is kind of basically what my skin always looks like. I don't have any real active breakouts, but it's all kind of acne scarring and redness. So the first thing that I'm going to use is my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and this one's green because it is the color correcting kind, so it's really good at correcting redness in your skin. And I'm just going to pat this into my skin. Mostly just around the T-zone area, like the nose and across the cheeks. Places where I have a lot of redness and where I tend to get oily throughout the day. And after that's on, I just give it a couple minutes to set so it can really sink into my skin. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and apply my foundation, and I'm using the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation, the Lock-It Tattoo foundation, and this is like super high coverage, so that's why I'm using it. And you seriously need the tiniest bit to get good coverage. It's crazy. So I just squirted one pump onto my hand, and I'm going to use my Real Techniques Expert face brush, and I'm going to wet the brush with, this is just an e.l.f. makeup mist, but you can use anything to wet it, even just water. Getting the brush a little damp really helps it to blend into the skin better and makes it not look so cakey. So I'm just going to dip my brush in a little bit and start blending. I forgot to mention the shade that I got is, what is it, Light 45. I think it was the second to the lightest shade, maybe the third, but it's pretty much a perfect match for my skin. I've seen reviews on this, and a lot of people like it, but some people think that it looks too cakey, and it can look too cakey if you're applying too much. So with this, it is easy to apply too much, so you really want to make sure you use like a damp brush and really blend it into the skin, and just use a little at a time, and you can always build more on.
I'd really like to tell you, oh my sunshine, even though your skies are blue, you're drying up my bed. How can I get any rest now?
Alright, once that's all blended in, you can take a concealer that's similar to your skin tone and just dab that over any other areas that might be showing through a little bit that you want to cover up. But for me, I really don't have any, but if I do, I just take a little tiny bit more of the foundation and kind of like press it into the area just to give that a little bit more coverage. And for concealer, I do like to use a light colored concealer under my eyes just to brighten up the area. And I'm using the Hard Candy Glamoflaugue, which is kind of like the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Concealer. I've heard, I haven't tried it, but I have had this in the past and I love it, so I'm just going to use a tiny amount of this because this goes a super long way too. And this is the lightest shade. It's extra light. Just going to dab that under my eyes. Just one dot of it went far enough to do both eyes. So you really do just need a small amount of this stuff. Alright, now I'm just going to give my foundation and concealer just a couple minutes to set like I did with the primer. So since my foundation is really full coverage, I don't need any more coverage. So for a setting powder, I'm just going to use a translucent loose powder by Tarte. This is the Smooth Operator finishing powder. So this is just going to really set everything and make it look just super smooth and even more flawless. Alright, so that's everything. I have a completely blank canvas to do the rest of my makeup on, and this is a good full coverage and it'll last all day for sure. So I hope that that was helpful, and if you try out any of these products, I hope that they work for you too. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.